With us just recently crossing over into 2023, Bitcoin looking pretty good at the moment, hanging out just a little bit below $17,000 as of the time of recording this video. Many are wondering, are we going to be seeing any kind of action soon? Could we be seeing Bitcoin going up, going down? Well, we have an article here from Cointelegraph highlighting their perspective view on this. I'll share my thoughts and my opinions at the end of the video. I have a link to this article down in the description below. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. Bitcoin price nears 3-week high as trader says sub minus 7% CPI may see $19,000. Bets are increasing on a push higher for Bitcoin and on Bitcoin price action, defining the current range as its macro bottom. Bitcoin traded near $17,000 on January 7th after the end of the year's first trading week delivered a spike higher. All eyes on CPI. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView followed Bitcoin USD as it briefly passed the $17,000 mark the day prior. The pair had seen flash volatility on the back of fresh economic data from the United States, this nonetheless fading to leave the key level unflipped as resistance. Nonetheless, the brief uptick delivered Bitcoin's highest price point since December 20th, 2022. Reacting, market participants continued to look to next week's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, print as a key potential catalyst for risk assets. Unemployment will rally in the coming months. Yields will fall off a cliff if CPI is low. Michael Van de Poppe, founder and CEO of trading firm 8, wrote in part of a summary tweet on January 6th, "Relief rally is close. Finally, looks like Bitcoin is ready to break out of the $16,000 to $17,000 base range it's been stuck in the past several weeks. Initiate the squeeze," hopeful trader Kaleo continued. Should the CPI data show inflation decreasing quicker than expected, meanwhile, it could provide fuel for a trip to multi-month highs near $19,000, futures trader Satoshi Flipper added. Data reveals extent of on-chain losses. Zooming out, fellow trader and analyst Rekt Capital joined the growing consensus over the current narrow trading range on Bitcoin USD forming the next macro bottom zone. The current Bitcoin price action will likely figure as an important cluster in the formation of the bear market bottom accumulation range, he determined. In a further demonstration of the pain already being endured by hodlers, on-chain analytics firm Glassnode showed that Bitcoin has seen its second largest realized cap drawdown. Realized cap describes the aggregate price at which the Bitcoin supply last moved, and its decrease reflects realized losses from selling. The 2022 to 2023 Bitcoin bear market has seen the realized cap drawdown by minus 18.8%, the second largest in history, and eclipsed only by the Pico bottom of the 2011 bear. Checkmate, Glassnode's lead on-chain analyst, commented alongside a chart. Investors have weathered a total of $88 billion in net realized losses. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here are the author's own. It's their own. So, all right, what are my thoughts on this? If we hop on over here to the trading chart, we can see the Bitcoin USD trading pair. This is off of that of Bitstamp. The green line here is the 20-day moving average, whereas the yellow line is a more extensive amount of time. That's a 200-day moving average. And what you guys will notice here is that with the 20-day moving average, we're very close to seeing a potential another test. So there was a bit of a rejection here, almost looking like it could pass through. This is a weekly display chart that was back on October. So around October 31st of 2022, saw what looked like we could have a potential chance there, and a massive rejection dropping from approximately 20,000 $800, almost $20,900 down to around $16,265. This right around the time of the big FTX collapse. So there was an opportunity here, right? Look at this. Things were moving along sideways, still quite a bit down below that 20-day moving average. Started to consolidate a bit, started to make a little bit of a climb here, looking pretty good, looking like it might end up testing it, and still was hanging in there for a while. A lot of time went by, and then just as it had its opportunity, boom, crazy news happened, right? So then here we are. We're starting to see a lot of the similar type action, moving sideways quite a bit, not much in price movement there. Volume also looking quite low. When volume is low for an extended period of time, guess what? The opposite happens, right? Volatility starts to pick up, and action starts to drive more of the market. And as we've been seeing a lot of consolidation going along the sideways movement here, I would look at this and say, unless there is some huge negative event similar to what happened with FTX to help drive this down, overall, I think the sentiment in the market is looking forward to a bull market and for people to start pushing their funds back in. So what does that mean? That means that with where we are right now, we're looking at the 20-day moving average at $18,453. If Bitcoin was to pass above this threshold, it definitely looks like it could create an opportunity to make the next significant run, trying to test that 200-day moving average over $24,500. There's a bit of a large gap going on there, obviously, and we would need to have a lot of activity taking place. But as it is right now, this lower level at $18,388 is not too far off from that $17,000 price point that was being discussed over inside of the other article of what we just looked like we were hitting today, right? So we're basically right there, then passing over to the $18,000 range, trying to pass above that $18,453 or so, and then heading towards $19,000. And of course, trying to reclaim that 20K is going to be nice psychological level too. Passing above 20K, we're thinking, all right, we're back on track here, looking more legitimate compared to within the last couple years of price activity. So as it is right now, I am looking at this as more of a bullish sentiment than negative. There's a lot of rumors going on. There are investigations that are being looked into for Binance. I have some concerns over Justin Sun and what he's been doing with different exchanges and all of his crypto and just him in general. If anything, I'd be the most concerned personally. Again, just my opinion on this would be with that of Justin Sun. So we'll see what ends up happening next. But right now, things are pretty quiet. Things are moving sideways. We've been in a bear market now for quite a while. You guys can, again, see this is on the weekly. This isn't even the daily. Each one of these candles here is on the weekly. So ever since November 8th of 2021, that's when we hit the high back in November of 2021. Since then, we have seen a decline, a massive, massive decline, a lot of losses over the course of the last year. And you know what? Price can only go down for so long. People get tired of selling, and then people start looking at other avenues to try and make money. So what's going to happen next? We'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think is going to happen next? Tell us your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please go do your own research. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.